Hey guys, today we're out at the junkyard. We're just kind of looking around at old stuff. This is a pretty special junkyard though because it's up in the UP. There's not a lot of good junkyards up here. This guy didn't scrap out when scrap got real high, in the early 2000s. He didn't do the cash for clunkers deal. He didn't do any of that stuff. So there's lots of, pre-90s stuff here, 70s, 80s, all sorts of stuff. I'm just going to be kind of walking around looking at cool old stuff. Nothing particular, but they just don't make cars as big and bold anymore, and I just want to kind of come have a look at a few, and I'll show you some that kind of catch my eyes. I like weird, 80s cars and 70s cars and just different stuff. Everything looks the same today, so I'm going to try to find some different stuff. So let's see what we can find. First off, we have this early 80s Fairmont. Nothing super special about this car, just kind of it's all there is what I like about it, and the interior is awful cool. I came and looked at this earlier. It's got sort of a, I don't know what you'd call this, but pretty cool pattern on the inside, and it's all there. It's early 80s. I'm not sure what year exactly. Maybe we can check out the door tag to find out. We were looking at a 1980, it's either a 79 or 80 manufacture date of 79, so pretty cool. Lots of little things you don't see in cars anymore. These are wing windows operated by a turn knob here. That's pretty neat. And then little mirrors that work like that. No power windows, no power anything. It does come with a radio, and that's about it. Let's see if we can open the hood and see what this thing is powered by. I guess not. Hood unfortunately does not want to open, but I would have to imagine it's probably a 302 in this era. This kind of car, still V8 rear-wheel drive, so not a bad looking car. Up next, we're checking out this Chrysler Cordova. This is when you drove around in a big car and it didn't matter. It's only got 2 doors, and it's as big as this van next to it. I mean, it's huge. It's a big old giant car. This is what they drove around in the 70s. Not caring, well, probably just about start caring what the price of gas was, because when the gas prices went up, these dinosaurs went away. Looks like someone robbed some pieces and parts out of the inside of this thing. So you can tell this must have been late 70s by now, because they're already advertising electronic lean burn, system. So they're trying to get more fuel mileage out of this big block here, and it's probably not going to happen. But they were trying everything they could in that time and day to get a few more miles per gallon out of these bad boys. But look at that hunk of steel. It's not going to get any good mileage. A little bit of a change of pace here. Next, we're going to check out a Willys Truck. Now, this is a real deal Willys before they were bought by anybody else. This is old enough one to be its own corporation still, and they were making trucks for a while, and they make passenger cars too, but they're obviously most known for their actual Jeeps that used in World War II. Became civilian models, but you can see how Spartan these were on the inside. Not much to it. Pretty small too, really. But it's all pretty much here. I would wager to bet that this is early 50s. I don't know for sure on this one, and I bet it has a flat head four banger on the inside, and it does. This is before they went overhead valve. The F-head motor, I forget what these are called exactly, but this is it's got like 40 horsepower or something. It's almost nothing. The Hurricane. Or is this called a Hurricane yet? No, Super Hurricane. Gee whiz. They're really selling this thing with no power, but it's a pretty doggone cool piece. If the frame is there, this is probably a salvageable truck. If nothing else, the cab's all there. It's pretty cool. I'd like to have one someday. Why not? Yeah. One of GM's high quality machines they built to fight the gas crunch back in the day. This is a Chevette, and I think they came from the factory and they burned oil. They're not known for their high amounts of reliability. Perhaps that's why there's several containers of oil right here. Ooh, but it is a stick. That's pretty cool. It's probably got a tiny little 4-banger in it of some kind. I'm going to see if I can pop the hood on this one, and maybe we can take a gander at that. Let's see. I'm not entirely sure what motor this is. Like I said, no tiny little 4-banger. yeah, not very impressive on the horsepower, but I bet it got really good mileage with this little you know, four banger and the 5-speed. Maybe it's a 4-speed, who knows? But cute little thing. You can see, what today's economy cars kind of came from. Just looking at this whole thing, and it is. Let me see what year it is, possibly. Cracking this sucker open, looks like it was made in May of 1980, so its birth date's coming up. But yeah, neat little car. Probably still salvageable. It's not that rusty, so if anybody wants one, here one sits. I was pretty far back in the woods, but I thought I heard Whitesnake playing, so I thought I'd figured I'd come investigate. This is totally 80s. Just look at this thing. Pontiac Firebird. It's got the big old hood scoop. I bet this was somebody's baby back in the day. It looks like it was probably factory yellow, and then someone had it painted like a, purple or plum purple, probably has foot pedal gas print, footprint gas pedal installed and everything. No, unfortunately, but you got your home wiring done right there with the T-tops that I'm sure leak. No door. I bet this has some sort of gutless, maybe 305. Maybe it's something bigger, but I doubt it. So unfortunately, I cannot get this hood open, but I can see the sticker through there. And the sad tale is this actually came equipped with a 3.8 Chevy V6, which is about the smallest motor you could get for this car. Maybe someone swapped it out, but it does not appear to be from what I can see in there. So this is a little V6 car, meant to look all rocket in the 80s, but gas is too expensive, so, V6 it up. Pretty cool though. Now this is something pretty special. This is the OverCab Jeeps. They're not made for that long, and they're pretty, unsafe because, there's you, there's the axle, there's the semi hitting you head on. So there's not a lot of protection in these. They are totally asthmatic and slow. They don't have any type of, get up and go, but they are 4-wheel drive, which is super cool. So you can get, some people bob these and all sorts of cool stuff to go off-roading, but this is actually pretty decent. The frame's all here. Looks like all the running gear is there. You can see that little 4-cylinder motor right there. Hardly enough to make this thing go, in my opinion, but they did it. Let's see if we can... it's propped. Oh yeah. Just terrifying to think that a thin... there's the headlight, and that's what would be hitting you right in front. A little bit frightening when you think about the actual safety of this one. So, sometimes safety's good. And there's the engine right there, so you could give it a tune-up while you're going down the road. Pretty neat. Just basic stuff. Totally Spartan interior. There's the gas tank. I don't see a radio. I do see some heating controls though, so this must have had a heater in it. Nice. But pretty rough. But maybe still salvageable by someone with a dream. It's bending in half as we speak, so we're just gonna put that back where we found it and continue on. But pretty cool one. Well, guys, I think that's going to do us for the junkyard today. I just wanted to kind of show you some neat stuff. If you see anything you liked, if you want to see some more of this stuff, let me know. I know there's not very many people watching this right now, but you never know, and I love doing this, so you let me know if there's something you want to see, if there's some neat car you want me to dig into. There's all sorts of stuff here, and I'm always digging around, so let me know. Thanks, guys.